Here is my 2 cents on the comments made by Ndivhu T and Pastor Bay about Ghost Hlubi and Seemah. So as you already know, Ghost Hlubi has a YouTube channel where he does pranks, and Seemah is a popular TikToker slash influencer. So apparently there were people who were on about Ghost Hlubi buying a car, and if you already didn't know, Ghost Hlubi did surprise Seemah with a car, even though people believed that was a prank and the car was not really a gift to Seemah. So apparently there are people who are commenting on Ghost Hlubi that he is busy buying a car for his girlfriend instead of getting an apartment, because Ghost Hlubi does still live at home with his mom. Now, Ndivhu T and Pastor Bay made comments that people are forgetting that Ghost Hlubi are young and our priorities are not the same, and so on and so forth. And I do agree with the comments made by Ndivhu T and Pastor Bay that, you know, on the internet, we tend to forget that there is this thing called age. Because we have so much access to each other, we forget that we are not all the same age. For example, Ghost Hlubi is around the age of 21. So obviously for him, buying a house would not be as a priority as it would be for someone who is 31, 32 or something like that. And also it will not be a priority like someone who has kids. And that's another thing that we need to understand. We don't all have same priorities. We don't have the same goals, and we need to understand that. For someone who probably have kids, their priorities will probably be getting a house, getting their things together, rather than spoiling their girlfriends. And for someone who is older, again, their priorities will be different for someone who is still young and still has a place to live, like at home. And also, we have to understand that at the age of 21, these people are basically still kids. Yes, they're grown, but they are still kids. And we don't all have the same life plan, and so on and so forth. And Ndivhu T and Pastor Bay also mentioned that people are probably projecting. And by this, they meant that just because now I don't have this the money to buy this house that I want, now I am projecting my feelings onto Ghost Hlubi and Seemah that why are you not spending your money to buying a house? Whereas that's not how I actually feel about Ghost Hlubi, or that's not what I actually want for Ghost Hlubi, but it's something that I want for myself, and I wish that I could do that for myself. So it angers me when I now see Ghost Hlubi busy buying his girlfriend a car instead of getting a house. So they were saying that people do project, and I do agree with that as well. A lot of people on the internet will hate on someone, not because they're hating on the decisions that the person is making, but they're hating because they are projecting their own feelings to that person. And they also mentioned that some people are not flashing because they don't have anything to flash. And if they did have stuff to flash, they'll be flashing too. And I also do agree with this. I do also have other channels where I'm doing vlogs and so on and so forth. And believe me, if I have the nice things that other people were having, I will be showing them in those vlogs. But I don't show them now because I don't have them. And that's the case with other people. They get mad at celebrities and influencers because, oh, they're flashing, they're showing off their things, and you'll find that the celebrities are not even flashing it sometimes. It's just that's what they have, that's how they are living their lives, so that's what they're going to show, and then we take it as if they are flashing. And yes, there are those who are flashing, but they're doing it because that's what they have and they want to do that. And if you also had the opportunity to have those things, you probably be flashing them as well. And now because you don't have them, you're acting as if no, it's too much, they shouldn't be doing that. And the moment you have the opportunity to do that, that's exactly what you're going to do. And of course, there are people who don't like to flash stuff and so on and so forth, and that's also okay. And another comment that I wanted to add was that people always like to tell people what to do with their money, and they forget that on the internet, people only show us what they want us to see. For example, I'll make an example by Uhomutso Ramano. People were always on Uhomutso Ramano that you're always buying things, you're always buying expensive bags, expensive perfumes, but you are living in a small place, you're busy renting and so on and so forth, only to find out all those years Uhomutso Ramano was busy looking for land where that they can buy with her husband so they can build their own house. And she did tell the story of how that went, and they ended up not like taking back their money from the person that they were trying to buy land from, and they ended up buying a really nice house, and they did all these renovations to her house, and it's so beautiful right now. And it's like, sometimes you just need to shut up and watch the people's videos. If you feel some type of way about them, stop watching. And as I've always said on my other channels, if something does not bring you peace, leave it alone. If you feel the urge to comment on some, why are you flashing your things, why are you doing that, that means that person is not bringing you joy. So stop watching the channel and unsubscribe, and stop trying to control how people are living their lives and what they should do with their own money. People have their own plans and so on and so forth. And Ndivhu T and Pastor Bay also mentioned something that I think, okay, I get it, where they were saying that people sometimes are angry at celebrities for flashing nice things, because now when things go south, they come to us, the public, to now help them out. And they mentioned Dr. Malinga, and also an example would be Zahara, because when they have stuff, they're living their life, it's so nice, and then when things go south, now the public must give in donations, and they making interviews and stuff like that. So my final 2 cents on this is that if someone has a 20,000 rands and they decide to go buy a Louis bag, and you would rather buy or rent a cute apartment, let that person be. It's their money. They have their own plans. Let them live out their plans.